new scripts. Where do we begin? Well, we begin with, hopefully, you already being at the script window. If you're not sure how to get here, then you would click, let's get rid of all that. You would click here, scripts and custom buttons, and I'll simulate that by hitting this scan. So this is what you would see. So you click on your scripts, and assuming you've already got mine installed, which you should have done, if not, then something's not right. No, seriously, if not, you need to follow the tutorial on how to install scripts. So go to your script folder, Poured and Framed, this one is called. Thank you, Nancy, for the title. And here are all the scripts, and there's a lot of them. Now, there's a reason there's a lot of them, is because there are different types of scripts that do one unique thing, but that has to be randomized. So one variation, it sort of explores the randomization around that. Whereas if I just pulled in random variations, which I sometimes do in the scripts, then you can't really set the parameters for each of those. You're just getting the defaults each time. So wake up! I'm back. Here we go. So the first one, framed pick 3 new template. So these are the ones that put a picture inside of a fractal. Thank you, Jesus, for your fantastic code to read in the images. I really appreciate that. And thanks, Nancy, for your fantastic gradients in these scripts. So the shout outs are done. Thank you very much, both of you. Now back to this, the framed picture one. Well, let's just run it. Nice lady inside sort of a average looking fractal, and just keep running it until we get one we like. That's quite nice. A fishy inside a star thing. I'm very technical. And what it's doing is it's reading in these images from a folder within the script folder. That folder being called images. And the idea is that you can drop your images inside that folder, and it will pick one out at random to go with a random fractal. But don't worry, you can change these manually. This is just sort of give you an idea of what things might look like. But if you want to build up a folder of images, then you will need to go to the folder where your scripts are. So here we are. This is long and complicated, apologies, but this is my script folder, Poured and Framed MB, inside the images, and there we go. Now the thing to note about this, and apologies for it, is that all your images must be JPG files, JPEGs, and the JPG part of the file name must be in lowercase. Otherwise it won't find images. I do plan on changing that in the future, apologies, but it's only a small hurdle to overcome. But as I say, make sure that they're all JPEGs and they all have lowercase JPG extensions. Okay, and that is within the script folder, the images folder. These will come along with the script download, so all going well, you know, you'll have these as well to play about with, and then you can just add your own in. So let's get rid of that for the moment. We'll run it again. There's our lady again, there's our fish again. So these are 2 layers. There's a layer for the image and a layer for the fractal. And if we look down here, they are handily named. Picture frame, click cog near image, something, you know, near image, etc. You can expand that, read what it says, but I'll describe it. What this is referring to is that the second layer is the one that puts the picture, and if we go to our transformations tab, this is the second layer. It just has one transform. Click on it. These are the variations that create that circular image. And the way we change it, if we want to change this manually, is to click on the cog here, where it says image file name. And we can just choose any picture we want after that. There you go, in it goes. So, two ways of doing it. You can put your images inside of that folder and it will read them in, or you can go to this layer 2, click on the image file name, click the cog, and load your image in that way. Now these are just to circle crop, just to make sure it crops it into a circle, and far blur, just to give it a softer edge into the fractal. If you're not into the whole softer edge thing, then you can either play around with the values of far blur in here, or you can remove it entirely. And a quick way to remove variations is to highlight it and press the home key on your keyboard, thus, and it's gone. And you'll see that all of the blurring has gone from around that edge. Personally, I like it, so I'm going to hit the undo, and it's back. And it's back in the room. Okay, so that's the gist of the framed ones, the ones that bring in the pictures. Let's go back to our scripts, and we realise there's a whole stack more to play with. I've only done 3 here to put pictures in. The rest, etc., you can put the picture in yourself. You can create a second layer and add the same, sorry about this, you can add that in yourself if you feel up to that. This I'm talking about, you can add that to your second layers, because otherwise it was going to be messy as to what size of pictures to put in, this kind of thing. Hopefully this will give you an idea of how to add this as a second layer to another one. Let's go back to one of these. That's a nice sort of curvy one. And again, I mean, I use circle crop. There's other crop variations. You could crop it into an oval, for example, there if you wanted to. I've been accused of oh no, I won't go into that. Yes, will. I've been accused of making things too easy for people, just to sort of generate a picture and then post it, etc. So the idea of scripts really is to get an idea of how something is constructed, and then to develop your own methods or expand on the ones that you see. So with these frames, what I'm saying basically is that the space is in there to put your images, if you so desire, on a second layer, as I've done. What else is there to say about these? Let me just have a scroll through. Yes. So these are lots of sections for sort of frame kind of images, if you like. Lovely gradients again from Nancy, thank you. And play with your art's content. Framed. That's the idea, poured and framed, that's the name of the scripts. Okay, that's the framed part done, I would say. No, it isn't. Apologies for this. This one, Frames 5 TRI, is a interesting effect that came up while I was working on these to give a kind of 3D, a better depth to some of the shapes that come across. And it doesn't always work. So please experiment with that. There's another one. It works better on the pod section of the scripts. You see all the dots. I'm not sure what it's doing, but it seems to bring out the depth in some of these quite a lot, and in others it just makes a bit of a mess. So play, and with these TRI ones, ramble. Pod, well, kind of paintery kind of things. The idea is it's sort of painted effects or poured paint. Some of them do look like that, but there's a whole lot to experiment with. These are the fun ones that actually look like things are being painted. See, look. Maybe not the best example. Try this one. There you go, you see I've run that. And Mr. Magic Man is coming in with his paintbrush there. You have to wait for these. But some of the best things are worth waiting for. So they say, not public transport. See what's happening? Painting as we speak. Well, as I speak anyway. Okay. What else? Yeah, there's a couple of ones that not really scripts, they're just flames that looked good, that I've saved out as scripts so that you can run them and then develop them further. Fisheye flower. Those are 3 words you normally wouldn't put together. There is basic randomizations in some of those, but it's just I like the effect, but I didn't really, get any further with them. So feel free to play with those too. Schweller, yeah, etc. Because what I liked about them was the colours that were coming from them. And if I go back up here, you'll see there's a range 2C1, 2C2, 2C3. These are all ones where I tried a new method of colouring, and I really liked the way they were coming out. There, for example. And there. You see how the colours go into the curls and something or other. I bet anyway, those, the new methods of colouring, I'm sure you'll get some prettiness out of those. experiment away. Don't forget, when you post these, post a link back to the script so other people can find them. Yes, and I think that's just about covered everything. So thanks for listening, and any questions, just ask away. Have fun, have happy fractaling. This is Michael Bourne, last surviving member of the Nostromo, again, signing off.